Hello kids, how are you today? I hope you're doing great. I am teacher Arlie, your teacher for today's lesson. So our subject is Science 6 and we are now in quarter 1, module 1, Mixing is Fun. So this is the continuation of lesson 1 which is Mixture Around Us, and we are now going to discuss lesson 2 entitled Types of Mixture. Okay, kids, get ready with your module. But before we go further, I would like to acknowledge all the collaborative effort of the people behind the development of this module. Thank you, sir and ma'am. So the module is divided into two lessons, namely Lesson 1, Mixtures Around Us, and Lesson 2, Types of Mixture. So after going through this module, you are expected to number 1, define mixtures, number 2, identify the two major types of mixture, 3, differentiate homogeneous mixture from heterogeneous mixtures, number 4, give examples of homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures, number 5, describe solution, colloid, and suspension, and 6, identify household things and food preparation that involve mixture. Okay, in your module, what I know, is your module answer sheets and ballpen ready now, children? Because we're going to answer the 10 questions in what I know. The direction for these questions are choose the letter of the best answer. Write the chosen letter on a separate sheet of paper. Number 1. Which type of mixture is formed when one substance is dissolved in another substance? A. Colloid, B. Solid, C. Solution, D. Suspension. Answer is solution. So children, palihog og tanaw sa inyong answer sheets kung kani ang answer ba, tapos i-check na ninyo daan ang inyong mga answer sa answer sheets. Okay, but palihog lang ko, mag-honest lang ta sa itong kaugalingon sa pag-check sa inyong papel. Number 2, which type of mixture exhibits both properties of liquid and solid? Its particles do not settle but remain dispersed throughout the medium. A. Colloid, B. Sodium, B. Solid, C. Solution, and D. Suspension. The answer is colloid. Next, number 3. Which type of mixture is an example of heterogeneous mixture in which some of the particles settle out upon standing? A. Colloid, B. Solid, C. Solution, and D. Suspension. Answer is letter D. Suspension. Number 4. Which statement describes how temperature affects the rate of dissolving as the temperature of the mixture blank? A. Increases solubility decreases. B. Increases solubility increases. D. Decreases solubility increases. And letter D. Decreases solubility decreases. Answer is increases solubility increases. Number 5. What is the substance that is dissolved in a solution called? A. Gas, B. Solute, C. Solvent, and D. Suspension. Answer is solute. Number 6. If a substance cannot be dissolved in a mixture, it is termed as A. Imperfect, B. Insoluble, C. Soluble, and D. Solution. Answer is insoluble. Number 7. What type of mixture is salt water? A. Colloid, B. Heterogeneous, C. Solution, and D. Suspension. The answer is solution. Number 8. Which of the following is not an example of colloid? A. Acetone, B. Mayonnaise, C. Paint, and D. Shampoo. Correct answer is acetone is not an example of colloid. Not an example. Number 9. Which of the following is an example of suspension? A. Mud and water, B. Salt and water, C. Sugar and water, and letter D. Soy sauce and water. Correct answer for this is letter A. Mud and water. Example of suspension. Number 10. Maria both mayonnaise, white sugar, milk, olive oil, salt, detergent bar, shampoo, toothpaste, dishwashing liquid, ketchup, soy sauce, vinegar, spaghetti sauce, pasta, and gelatin powder from the supermarket. Which of the products mentioned are colloids? A. Ketchup, toothpaste, shampoo. B. Mayonnaise, soy sauce, toothpaste. C. Pasta, vinegar, and gelatin powder. Letter D. Toothpaste, soy sauce, and white sugar is the correct answer. Letter A. Ketchup, toothpaste, and shampoo. Okay. In lesson 2, types of mixtures. Kaila ba mo ani children kaning a picture? So mao ni gitawag og sandwich. Nakakaon na ba mo ani? Unsa may mga sagol aning sandwich? So makita nato unsa ni siyang klase nga mixtures ang sandwich. Okay. So mixtures can be found everywhere. A mixture is a substance made by combining two or more different materials that are not chemically bounded. So, ang mixture kay makita nato ni siya maskin asa no. So, og kani pug na mixture, usa ni siya kasangkap nga gihimo pinaagi sa paggiusa sa duha o daghan na mga pagkalain-lain na mga material nga dili giuusa sa chemical nga pamaagi. So, amo nay meaning sa mixture. So, for example, when we prepare sandwich for our snacks, it is a result of a mixture of bread, mayonnaise, tomatoes, lettuce, egg, and other ingredients. So, sama sa pagbuhat nato aning sandwich, unsa man ang atong mga ingredients ni ani. So, of course, naagyo tay pan or bread. Butangan nato nag mayonnaise, butangan nato kamatis, lettuce, nag-egg, ug unban pa nga mga ingredients. However, mixture can also be much simpler than that. The juice out from water and powdered fruit is also an example of mixture. Kanang, di ba, ang mag-snacks ta na atay sandwich. So, kung parisa na to nag-juice, magtimpla ta ang juice. So, gitawag ko na siya, children, og mixture. Okay? Ang juice, tapos ibutang nimo sa tubig, no? Yung butangan nimo og powdered fruit juice. So, mixture po na ang gitawag ana. So, this time, we will learn about the world of mixtures. You will be able to identify the different types of mixtures around you. Okay, are you ready, children? Okay, let's begin. So what's in? Saan nasa what's in sa inyong module? Pakitanaw, please. Okay, before we proceed with the discussion about mixtures, let us have a review about the past lesson. The review is related to the different examples of mixtures that you will encounter in this module. The topics could be taken from the lesson about the two major types of mixture. This will allow you to find connection between your existing knowledge to the concepts you will learn. Okay, so let's proceed. Are you ready? And let's begin, children. Say na adire. Okay, still we are in what's in. Okay, activity ni siya class. So, kindly identify the type of mixture in the following examples. Sa may buhaton ninyo, you draw a star on the column that describes the type of mixture. The first item is already done for you. Okay, so kanina activity, kay nabuhat na ni nato adtong lesson 1. Kay ano naman siya review. So, naa siya table dire. Sa first column, kay mixture, nasa mga mixture ni siya. Tapos, second column, homogeneous mixture, and third column is heterogeneous mixture. Okay, identify na to karon ang mga mixtures kung homogeneous ba siya or heterogeneous. Sige. Number 1, macaroni salad. So, muni ang sample, no? So, ang answer sa macaroni salad kay heterogeneous mixture. Tungod kay ma-identify nato kung unsa ang mga sagol or naa sa macaroni salad. So, mo itong heterogeneous mixture. Okay, number 2. Number 2 is cologne. Cologne kay form of liquid na siya class. Tapos, uh, pahumot na siya. So, perfume or cologne kay homogeneous mixture kay mo tanaw ni mo man siyang tubig. Although daghan kay siyang mga ingredients pero same lang gyud makita nato. Ano lang siya, colorless na siya tanan. So, na siya sa homogeneous mixture. So, number 3 is chocolate cake. Okay, tanaw na to kung asan chocolate cake. So, under siya sa heterogeneous mixture. Next is soda. Kanang ilimnon, pareha anang mga soft drinks, mga Coca-Cola, or mga Sprite. So, naa siya sa homogeneous mixture. Number 5, Maha Blanca. Heterogeneous mixture, iced tea. Okay, asa kaya ang iced tea? Unsa man inyong tubag? Iced tea is under siya sa homogeneous mixture. Number 7, burger. Burger is in the heterogeneous mixture. Liquid detergent, homogeneous mixture. Spaghetti sauce, heterogeneous mixture. And number 10, acetone, homogeneous mixture. Okay. So, perfect na ninyo karon kay ano naman ni siya? Review. Okay. Next. Okay. Next is the terms used in the activity activated your existing knowledge about the types of mixture. Later, in this module, you will understand how this is related to the concepts that are discussed in the module. So, makita na to karon children nga atong i-discuss ka ganina, makita na to sa concept nga ato apang i-discuss karon. Okay? So, what's new? Sa inyong module, pakitan-aw sa what's new. Okay, experiment time. Sa ang title sa atong experiment karon, try to mix. Okay, mag-mix-mix mo karon, try to mix. Pwede pod mo mo follow sa ato ang procedure karon kung uh, naamoy mga kuan sa inyong balay, available na mga material, so pwede ninyo i-try po children. Okay, what are the materials needed in our experiment? Number 1, sugar. Okay, next. This is black coffee. Next is fresh milk. Next is 4 transparent glass. So, 4 ka transparent glass ang kailangan nato children. Then, cooking oil and water. Then, of course, alcohol. So, these are the materials that we are going to have in order to make this experiment. Okay. So, number 1 procedure. So, using a marker, label the 4 transparent container as A, B, C, and D. Okay, label ninyo ang mga 4 containers nga naa mo. Okay, label ninyo ang A, B, C, o D. Okay, next, number 2, procedure. In glass A, put 1 tablespoon of sugar, then fill up to 3/4 of the container with tap water. Stir and observe. So, sa glass A, butangan ninyo og isa lang ka tablespoon og sugar, no? Magkuha kag isa ka kutsara nga sugar diha, ibutang nimo dira sa container. Then fill up the 3/4 of the container with tap water. Kuha lang mo sa gripo og tubig, sudlan ninyo og 3/4 bali. Wala pa siya napuno, diri lang dapita sa maiyahang liugan dapit. So dili mo na siya punon, 3/4 lang man. So usab inyuha ka ng unsaon man. Inyuha ka ng kutawon. Kutawon ninyo, then observe what will happen. Okay. So, sugar and water. Okay. Ani siya magawas, children. So, isulod ninyo diri ang sugar sa water. Then, pagkutaw ninyo, ingon ani nang nahitabo. Sugar solution na siya, no? Di na niyo makita ang sugar, kaya natunaw naman siya. So, ani nang kalabasan sa inyuhang set A. Okay. Let's proceed. Okay, sa number 3 nga procedure, in glass B, put black coffee. May black coffee sa balay. After fill up to 3/4 of the container with fresh milk. Stir and observe. So, butangan na pud nimo diri siya og black coffee. Dayon, black coffee. Pwede itong powder pa lang. Katong powdered coffee. Gamay lang siya butang tapos ang fresh milk kay 3/4. Pareha sa water kay kanina. Okay. Number 4 procedure. In glass C, put 3 tablespoons of fresh milk in glass C. After put 3/4 of the container with alcohol. Stir and observe. So, diri na ta sa glass C. Unsa may atong ibutang? Okay, butangan nato siya og 3 ka kutsara nga fresh milk. Then, butangan nato og alcohol. Butangan nato og alcohol ang baso or container pero 3/4 lang sa alcohol. So, bantay ha kay kaning alcohol kay dili biya jud ni siya makahilo ni siya pag intake ninyo. So, ano lang, paan lang jud ta. Dili lang nato ni siya basig mainom ni ninyo children. So, after maghimo mo, iabo na lang ni siya ha kay lisod na makalimot mo. Okay? Sige. So, fresh milk and alcohol. Stir and observe. Inyo gihapon siyang kutawon ang fresh milk nga naa sa alcohol. After ninyo ma-observe children, paki-set aside sa other nga katong dili makahilo kay makahilo man alcohol. Tapos iyabo na lang siya after siguro kay para dili mo mainit nga ano day na alcohol day ang naa sa fresh milk. Okay? Sige, let's proceed. Okay, number 5 procedure. Fill 3/4 of glass D with tap water. So, unsa ibutang nimo sa glass D? Tap water lang kanang naa sa gripo and add 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. Stir and observe. So, kaning sikuan, glass D, ibutang nimo dira una ang tubig. After mabutang ang tubig, 3/4 lang ang tubig. Tapos butangan nimo og 2 kutsara nga cooking oil kani nga container. Then stir, kutawon ninyo, then observe. Okay, so unsa may ma-observe nato diha? So mauni nigkutaw ninyo. After makutaw ninyo, mauni ang mugawas. Maka-form na siya to layer no kay lutaw man jud ning oil tapos ang tubig kay naara sa ilalom. Maka-form siya to layers. And ani na ni ang itsura niya. Pag isagol ninyo ang tubig ug ang cooking oil. Okay, so number 6 procedure. Fill out the table below. So mauna ni siya children ang results and observations based sa ato ang experiment ganina. Okay, number 1 question. What happened when solids were mixed with liquids? Okay, number 2. What was formed after mixing the substances and described? 3. Identify the type of mixture formed. Okay, so kani nga tulo ka questions ang sira ni nato karon. Unahan sa nato ang glass A. So what happened when solids were mixed with liquids? Unsay nahitabo? Sugar was completely dissolved in water. Kaya katong man tong sugar, unsa man tong sugar nga tong naa sa A, sugar o tubig. Okay. Then sa number 2 question, what was formed after mixing the substances? You cannot identify the particles of sugar in water. Pakita na ko sa inyo kaganina na unsa nahitabo, di na nimo makita ang sugar nga naa sa ilalim sa tubig kay na-dissolve na, completely dissolved na siya. Number 3, identify the type of mixture formed. Okay, kay dili naman nato makita, wa tay makita dito, o water lang, tubig lang makita nato. So naa siya sa homogeneous mixture. Okay, so ato na punta sa glass B. Okay. Coffee was evenly mixed with fresh water. Mato nahitabo. Pag halo nato sa coffee, katong nga coffee children, dili to siya in the liquid form ha, kuan to siya dapat children. Kanang powdered coffee siya, kanang napa siya sa pack, katong black coffee good, katong dili siya 3 in 1, kundi pack siya na coffee. Kay solid man. So, solid o liquid. So, ang fresh milk kay liquid, tapos ang coffee kay kadtong black coffee. Okay. So, evenly mixed with fresh milk and coffee. Number 2. What was formed after mixing the substances? Black coffee was mixed into water, changing the color of it into brown. Okay, ang colorless na water, pag butang na to sa powdered coffee, kaya nahimo na siya og brown ang color ng tubig. Okay? Number 3, identify the type of mixture formed. Homogeneous mixture. Ang coffee og ang water. Kaya wala ka na makita dito, kundi na nahimo na siya og brown ang colorless na tubig. So, wala ka na makita, only brown color. So, ano siya? Same lang gihapon siya, homogeneous mixture. Okay, let's go to glass C. What happened? Fresh milk was completely mixed with alcohol. Okay, completely mixed. Then, what was formed? You cannot identify alcohol from the fresh milk. And what is the type of mixture? Homogeneous mixture again. Okay, let's go to glass D. What happened when liquids were mixed with solids or liquids? It formed 2 layers. The oil float on top of the water. Okay, so gipakita na ko sa inyo ha kung unsay nahitabo sa mantika or oil nga pag isagol ninyo siya sa tubig. Okay, number 2 question. What was formed after mixing the substances? These 2 liquid will not combine with each other. So, dili gud sila mo combine with each other kay mulutong man gyud ang oil. Madto gyud sa taas ang oil. Okay? Number 3, identify the type of mixture. It is the form of heterogeneous mixture. Okay. Let's proceed. What is it? In your module, kindly look at what is it. Awan yung module. So homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures are the 2 major types of mixture. Further, mixture can be classified into tulo na sila children na ayaw kalimte. Solution, suspension, and colloid. Okay. Ang mixture Kay gibahin na siya sa duha ka major types. Mao to siyang homogeneous and heterogeneous. Nya ang naabot gi-classify pa jud ni siya into three. The solution, the suspension, and colloid. Okay, mukalibog. Suspension then colloid. Okay? Okay, this time, unahon na to o discuss about ang solution. About the solution. Letter A, solution. A solution is a homogeneous mixture that is formed when a solid solute and liquid solvent is combined. Then the steel that is being used in construction industry is an example of solution in a form of solid. The orange juice that we drink is an example of solution in a form of liquid. The air we breathe is an example of solution in a form of gas. Solution has two components, the solute and the solvent. First, solute is the substance being dissolved in a solution. Si kani si solute, mao ni siya ang substance nga pwede siyang matunaw pag ibutang nato siya sa siguro sa solvent. Okay. Solvent is the substance that dissolves the solute in a solution. Okay. Si solvent daw, mao ni siya ang mo-dissolve sa solute. Then, water is the most common solvent in many solutions. So, ang pinaka-common na solvent kay ang tubig. Okay? So, ang tubig, na ay mga substance diha, children, na pag isulod ninyo, iipon ninyo sa tubig, matunaw siya. So, that is why, si water, kay mo ni siya ang common solvent. Solvent ang tawag sa water. Okay? However, gases may also be solutes in liquids such as in a soda. The process of a solute dissolving in a solute is called dissolution. Okay. When a substance is dissolved in another substance, it is said to be soluble. Kung kani si substance ma-dissolve na siya kay si halimbawa no, si sugar, substance man na si sugar, tapos si water, substance po ang tawag ana. So si abutan nato, ilisa nato ning substance rin na word. When a substance or sugar is dissolved in another substance, si water, ang tawag ana kay soluble, kay matunaw man siya. Matunaw man ang, or any substance nga matunaw sa tubig, kay ginatawag na siya og soluble. Okay? Otherwise, it is said to be insoluble. Kung dili siya matunaw, tawag po siya og insoluble. Okay? Yes niyo, children? Okay. Punta na, amoy makuha, no? Makasabot mo. Next, when two liquids are mixed with each other, the liquid that is completely dissolved in another liquid solution is called miscible. So, tanawa ha, try to look at the difference. Kani si miscible, liquids to liquid. Kani si kuan, si soluble, pwede siya solid to liquid. Si liquid to liquid, or kato si atong sample na to dito, si water o si coffee, katong, dili day. Si alcohol o si fresh milk. Okay, si liquid na alcohol, isagol na to siya sa liquid na fresh milk, na kung completely dissolve siya, di ba? Completely dissolve na to silang duha. Gitawag na siya solution gyapon, children, nga ang tawag sa iya ha kay miscible. Okay? Solution gyapon siya pero miscible siya kay maka-dissolve man siya dito sa liquid to liquid. Okay. The distinct layer that is formed in a mixed solution, this is called immiscible. Unsa may sample nato ani children katong dili gyud siya mag-combine masinsaon natong halo, masinsaon natong kutaw. Ang liquid to liquid katong oil gani o water, masinsaon natong kutaw kay di gyud sila magkuan. Di sila mag-ipon na ipon duha. So di gyud sila ma-mix, no? So ang tawag ato kay immiscible liquid. Okay? They do not blend together. Hence, it forms a heterogeneous mixture. Okay? Naa siya sa form na heterogeneous mixture kay di man gid sila mag-ipon duha. Dili sa mag-blend together. Okay. So let's proceed. Let's proceed to next. Okay, mao ni siya. Ang solvent, tanan ako gihimo diri sample. Kani diri kaning color blue mo ni siya ang tubig. So ang tubig kay a common example of solvent. Okay, solvent. Tapos kaning diri mga bilog-bilog mo ni siya ang solute. So mo ni siya ang mga particles halimbawa lang ang halimbawa pag-cite tag example sugar. So si sugar mao ni siya mo ni mga particles sa sugar. Gitawag ang sugar og solute. So kung ang solvent ug ang solute maghalo, kay tan-aw nato water. Dayon si sugar ang solute. Okay, si solvent plus solute equals solution. Okay, gets nyo? Si solvent o si solute maghalo equal solution. Or si tubig o si sugar, dagan example children kuning site na kung isa si sugar lang. Si sugar equals ang tawag ana kay solution. Okay. So let's proceed. Okay, kailan mo ani children? Mao ni ang ginagamit sa inyong mama, papa, ate, kuya. Pag mulakaw na sila, mag-spray sila ani. Humot kaayo. So, mo ni gitawag og perfume. Okay. Ang perfume. So, this mixture is an example of solution. The perfume you are using is a mixture of sa mga ingredients nga naa sa perfume. It's a mixture of alcohol, water, and natural ingredients. Kung kato siro mga ingredients sa pampahumot, no? Okay, so, ano po din siya ang sample sa another sample of solution, ang perfume. Although daghan kay siya mga ingredients na gibutang, solution na gyapon ang tawag ana kay naaman siya solvent o naapod siya solution. Okay, let's proceed. Letter B is colloid. Kay di ba tulo man to siya, no? Manata sa solution tapos colloid. So naapay isa unya na lang to. Now sa nato si colloid. A colloid is a mixture with particles that are bigger than solutions, yet are still able to remain evenly distributed throughout the mixture. The composition of molecules of colloids are bigger than a solution but smaller than a suspensions. Colloids include aerosols, gels, salts, and emulsions. The particles in this kind of mixture do not settle and cannot be separated out by ordinary filtering or centrifuging like those in a suspension. The particles of a colloid are so small that sometimes it cannot be considered a homogeneous mixture because colloidal particles typically do not settle out. Some examples include whipped cream, mayonnaise, milk, butter, gelatin, jelly, plaster, kaning plaster, dili na plaster nga sa kuan ha, sa mud. Plaster kanang sa semento gud usa nila pinturahan kay butangan sa nilang plaster. Colored glass, paper, shaving cream, and marshmallow. Okay. So kung makita nato kay ang mga particles daw sa colloid matud pa ni atong atong gibasa ganina kay dako sa solution tapos mas dako pa pud ang suspension. Okay. So, mauni siya kung mauni siya ang solution, children, ganila letter A, tapos ang B kay colloid man, no? Mauni siya ang colloid. Kung ato ang pasigahan na diha og kanang tawag ani flashlight, makita nato sa ilalom ang mga particles sa colloid, no? Si solution wa gyud very clear gyud kaayo ang solution sa ang naa diri o ang mixture sa solution, no? Unlike with a mixture of colloid, kay murag naa siya mga gagmay-gagmay nga mga particles. But kani nga mga particles, dili ni halos makita nato sa atong naked eye. No, masin pagani og gamito natag filtering nga kanang kuan sensitive. Dili gyud nato na siya ma-separate. Okay? Kay kasagagmay kagagmay niya. Gagmay kay siya, dili na siya mo-settle at the bottom. Kani nga mga naglutaw-lutaw dili nga gagmay, dili yun na siya money sa ubos. Diha lang na siya. Diha lang na siya kanunay. Okay? Sige, let's proceed. Okay, unsa man ni siya? Mo ni siya ang cream, no? The mixture is an example. This mixture is an example of colloid. Mayonnaise. Okay, lami kay ni siya pares gani sa katong sandwich ka ganina. Isa ni siya sa ingredient para makaano ta. Isa ni siya sa ingredients nga pwede nato ibutang dito sa sandwich. Mayonnaise is a thick, creamy dressing that consists of egg yolks, oil, vinegar or lemon juice, and seasoning. Okay. So, para makabuhat na itag mayonnaise, mauni siya ang mga ingredients niya, egg yolks, oil, vinegar or lemon juice, and seasoning. Nga makita nato diri children og puti lang gyud siya no makita nato ang mayonnaise. Wala laing color kundi puti lang gyud siya. Okay. So let's proceed. Okay, so now let's go to letter C, which is suspension. Okay, tuluman to no. Letter A, solution. Solution ng letter B, colloid. Letter C, suspension. Okay. A suspension is an example of heterogeneous mixture in which some of the particles settle out of the mixture upon standing. The particles in a suspension are far larger than those of a solution in colloid. Thus, gravity is able to pull them down out of the dispersion medium or water. Flour that is dissolved in water is an example of a suspension. At first, the particles are scattered throughout the liquid. When left at rest and undisturbed, the thick layer of white flour settles at the bottom of the container. This is the reason why most products are labeled with a shake well before using. So makita po nato ni nga label kaning shake well before using sa mga tambal. Labi na tong tambal na suspension kay mo settle gyud na sila at the bottom. So makita nato na sa label sa tambal, i-shake sa nato before using. Kay ang uban na mga mga particles adto kay nailalom na siya. So, mo na siya. Okay. O na-add diri children, mo ni siya ang flour. Okay, substance sa flour. So, mo ni siya flour kanang harina. Harina nga ginabuhat og hotcake o uban pa. So, kailangan siguro mong harina. Kung ang harina, ibutang na to sa tubig, ingon ani ang kalabasan niya, di ba? Dili man gyud na matunaw ang harina nga ibutang sa tubig. Kung i-left o set aside lang na nato si harina o ang tubig, mag-settle down na diha mo, tiglom na diha amo adto sa ilalom ang harina. Ingon ani ang itsura sa harina ug tubig. So kani siya mauni siya ang example sa suspension. Okay? Mauni siya ang one of the examples pero daghan pa jud siya example pero kanila mo gipakita nga example sa suspension. Okay, let's proceed children. Okay, unsa man ni siya? Okay, tanaw na to diri. This mixture is an example of suspension. As you can see in the picture, the oil is not evenly mixed in the water. After some time, it will form two layers of liquid. The oil will float on top of the water. Okay. Another example of suspension kay ang oil ug ang tubig. No? So, makita nato diri asa to ang picture nga it form two layers. Then, ang oil kay nag-float siya, nilutaw siya diri sa container. Tapos, morning color blue ang tubig. Naana siya sa ilalom. Oh, mo ni siya sa children ang sample sa suspension. Okay, let's proceed. Okay, this lesson tried out different mixtures including liquid mixture and classify it according to the phase of the produced mixture. If there is one phase, it is uniform or homogeneous. If there is more than one phase, it is non-uniform or heterogeneous mixture. Okay. So, sa nakita ninyo dito nga mga sample, na ay mga mixture nga dili na isa ra atong makita, no? Isa ra ka form ang makita nato. So naa na gitawag na siya og homogeneous. So naa po dito yung mga liquids or mixtures nga inigsagol nato silang duha kay na makita nato nga naa sa ilalom na may laluman ang isa ka substance tapos na ibabawan po na isa ka substance. So, gitawag na siya non-uniform or heterogeneous mixture. Ang homogeneous, uniform or homogeneous. Ang non-uniform ang tawag or heterogeneous mixture. Okay, let's proceed. Muna siya sa Tyndall effect. Makita na ni nato. Tyndall effect. Muna to siyang phenomenon sa light na mo attract diri asa makita nato diri asa kuan sa makita nato ning mixture isa-isa sila. So tan-awan ninyo solution, tong solution kagigina letter A wala halos makita. Sa colloid na ay mga gagmay. Sa suspension dagko kayo ang makita nga particles ug pwede po na siya dira mo settle at the bottom. Okay, mo na ni siya. O smallest to largest. Kung sa smallest to largest nga mga particles na mabilin, mo na ni siya ang setup solution, colloid, and suspension. O, gipadako lang siya. Anaa diri sa ilalom, gipadako lang rin na sa ubos. Okay, masabtan ninyo. Mo ni siya ang solution pod, mo ni ang colloid, tapos sa suspension. Okay, let's proceed. Okay, tanawa dito children ang inyong module na nata sa what's more. So, activity 2 is story time. After learning about the types of mixture, it is your time to use the information you have learned in answering the activity below. Doing this task should help you understand the concepts you have read and recognize the different types of mixtures found in your household. Are you ready now? So, let's begin. Okay, the title is Science is More Fun by Nelmar L. Barbarona, the author of this module, and Jason Ryan A. Puhida and Catherine Leah N. Maaya, the illustrators of this module. Okay, Science is, so what's more again? Okay, Anton is a grade 6 student in Bagong Pag-asa Elementary School. He is always active during the class and his favorite subject is science. He makes sure that he learns something every day. Today, let us see how Anton applies his learning in science class to his daily life. Let us help him by filling in the blank of the correct answer. Choose your answer from the box below. Anton learned from his science class that halo-halo, pinakbet, and chapsoy are examples of
Okay. So, sa ubos anak kay naa may mga kuan kanang na siya mga choices o dito na to tan-awon unya. So example to mga pinakbet, sapsoy o halo-halo kay example na siya sa mixtures. He also learned the difference between homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures. Today, he was amazed to discover the three types of mixtures which are the unsa tong three types of mixture nga bag-o lang nato gidiscuss kaganina, ang colloid, the solution, and the suspension. Okay. As an assignment given by his teacher, he was asked to check on the materials found at home and identify them according to the types of mixtures. When he got home, his mother prepared an orange juice for him. He proudly informed her mother that the orange juice is an example of a solution and that the water is the solvent and the orange juice powder is the solution. Okay, to answer his assignment, he asked for help from his mother. In his bedroom, they found two examples of solution which are the acetone and perfume. In the kitchen, they found two examples of suspension which are the flour dissolved in water and antibiotics. Lastly, Anton found two examples of colloid which are gelatin and mayonnaise. Anton is happy that he was able to make his assignment with his mother. He is now excited and eager to present his assignment in class. Okay. So mauni siya ang mga words nga mga mauni siya ang mga words nga atong i-answer didto sa story. Okay? Acetone, flour dissolved in water, mixture, solute, suspension, antibiotics, gelatin, perfume, solvent, colloid, mayonnaise, solution, and solution. Okay, let's proceed, children. Okay, what I have learned. Tanaw sa module ninyo. These are the concepts and ideas that you have learned about the different types of mixtures that surround you. Number 1. Solution is a type of homogeneous mixture composed of two or more substances in single phase. In such a mixture, a solute is a substance dissolved in another substance known as the solvent. Number 2. Solubility refers the amount of solute that can be dissolved in a given amount of solvent at a particular temperature. Okay. Number 3. Heating, crushing of the solute, mixing by stirring or shaking, and the nature of the solvent will speed up dissolving the solute. Number 4, a colloid can be either homogeneous or heterogeneous, but the size of the colloid components that are dispersed through the other component will indicate its status as a colloid. The composition of molecules of colloids are bigger than a solution, but smaller than a suspension. Okay, what I have learned again, number 5. Unlike suspensions, the solid state particles in a colloid will not settle. However, due to the microscopic size of its particles, it will remain distributed throughout a substance. Number 6. A suspension is a heterogeneous mixture in which particles settle at the bottom of the container upon standing. After standing for some time, the particles in the suspension separate. The heavier ones settle at the bottom and the lighter ones remain at the top. Number 7, miscible liquids refer to liquids that can be combined in any ratio to form a homogeneous solution. On the other hand, liquids which have little or no mutual solubility are immiscible. Thus, it forms layers at the bottom and on the top of a container. And we have here trivia. Smoke is a mixture of particles that are dispersed in the air. And blood is a mixture of plasma, the red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. It can be separated by a machine called a centrifuge. Okay, so what I can do? At this point, you have clearly understood mixture. Let us apply what you have learned into real-life situations. Doing this activity will help you find connections on what you usually do while you are on quarantine. Generally, we just stay at home doing household chores and errands by our parents. Let's find out the mixture we are dealing with every day. You need to analyze each situation and decide for the right answer in each question. Scrambled letters are provided for your clue. Just write the answer on the space provided. Are you ready? Let's begin. So, na-scrambled ang letters dito. So, ato ang i-correct. Okay, we have here the situation, the clue, and answer. Number 1. Water, vinegar, and alcohol are substances that can dissolve solely. They are called, sa man to siya? Nara ang clue, tanawa ang clue. Sa may tawag adto, makadissolve siya og solid. Oh? So, ang tawag adto kay solvent. Okay? Unsa man tong mga common example of kanang solvent. Mo to siya ang water. Okay? Pinaka-common ang water. Pero pwede po na po uban mga vinegar o alcohol. Makatunaw po na siya og kanang solid or makatunaw siya sa tunga solid pangalan katawag makatunaw siya og solid. Number 2. John swished salt water in his mouth after he lost his tooth in a basketball game. What is the solute in the given solution? Sa manang solute. So, naadili sa picture, kung naputay clue, tawag kay salt or asin. Number 3. When flour is mixed with water, the flour will eventually settle at the bottom of the container. After some time, what kind of mixture is this? Okay, katong ipakita na ko ganina nga sample atong flour, atong harina, nag-settle at the bottom. Unsa to siya nga sample sa mixture? It is suspension. Jessica added a little sugar to her tea because it tasted bitter. Sugar is considered as blank in the given solution. Unsa ang tawag sa sugar nga gi-add niya dito sa iyang cha? Ang tawag nato sa sugar kay solute. Okay. Number 5. Ink is a liquid or paste that contains pigments or dyes. It is used in our pens for us to write something. What type of mixture is ink? Ink is sample of colloid. Number 6. Anna places a solid Knorr cubes in a container with water. As she observes, the Knorr cubes just go to the bottom of the container. After some time, the Knorr cubes are still at the bottom of the container. What kind of mixture did Anna find out? So may answer na to diri answer is heterogeneous. Number 7. This is the best way to dissolve sugar into a pure buko juice or buko juice. Okay, tanawan ninyo ang clue. Stirring. Unsa man ang stirring? Kutawon. Kutawon nato para mahalo gyud, ka-dissolve. Ma-dissolve ang gibutang nato nga solute sa solvent, ma-dissolve siya maayo through stirring or pagkutaw. Number 8.
What is the best way to dissolve powdered milk and coffee with water? Answer is heating. When liquid detergent is dissolved in water, the two substances appear as one substance. However, the quality of the water proves that the liquid detergent is still present in a mixture. What type of mixture is being described? Answer is homogeneous. Homogeneous. Number 10. Maria applied nail polish on her nails. When it dried up, she removed the nail polish with acetone. The nature of the solute in the solvent affects the solubility of the nail polish in acetone. It is known as miscibility. Okay, so let's proceed. We are now in assessment. Okay, I hope you have naamoy na sometimes atong discussion karon. Okay, multiple choice. Choose the letter of the best answer. Write the chosen letter on a separate sheet of paper. Number 1. Which type of mixture is formed when one substance is dissolved in another substance? Unsa daw na nga mixture nga ma-form kung ang isa ka substance ma-dissolve to another substance? A. Colloid. B. Solid. D. Solution. D. Suspension. Ma-dissolve siya. Halimbawa, kadtong water of sugar. Unsa man to siya nga nga type of mixture sa to nga sample. Answer for this is solution. So solvent plus solute equal solution. Ang solvent, ang substance na ito nga katong solvent kay moto siya ang water. Tapos represent to siya sa water. Tapos ang solute kay moto siya nga represent sa sugar. So solution is the answer. Number 2. Which type of mixture exhibits both properties of liquid and solid? Its particles do not settle but remain dispersed throughout the medium. A. Colloid. B. Solid. C. Solution. D. Suspension. So may answer. Answer is colloid. Dili siya mag-settle at the bottom but ma-disperse, maano lang siya, naalan siya dito adjud. Katong mga particles na itong gibutangan na itong katong light sa flashlight, pag ipasigahan siya, pag tanaw na to dili makita nga naday pa yung particles dito pero pag ana na tong light, unlike dili pareha sa solution nga wala jud kay makita. Sa colloid naa siya gagmay. So dili gyud na siya mag-settle at the bottom, di siya motidlog. Diha lang na siya. Halos dili ato siya makita. Okay? So colloid is the correct answer. Number 3. Which type of mixture is an example of heterogeneous mixture in which some of the particles settle out upon standing? A. Colloid. B. Solid. C. Solution. D. Suspension. Ang sample na ko ani kikadtong flour. Answer. What is your answer? It is suspension. Very good. Number 4. Which statement describe how temperature affects the rates of dissolving? As the temperature of the mixture. A. Increases, solubility decreases. B. Increases, solubility increases. C. Decreases, solubility increases. And D. Decreases, solubility decreases. The correct answer is increases, solubility increases. Number 5. What is the substance that is dissolved in a solution called? Masa ang substance nga ma-dissolve dito sa solution. Or butang nato katong substance nga ma-dissolve sa solution. Katong ma-dissolve sa solvent. Unsa man to siya? A. Gas. B. Solute. C. Solvent. D. Suspension. Correct answer is solute. Okay? Mao ni siya katong gi-represent nato ang solute. Gi-represent nato ni siya katong sa sugar. Na matunaw siya sa solvent or represented by water. 6. If a substance does not dissolve in a mixture, it is termed as A. Imperfect, B. Insoluble, C. Soluble, D. Solution. Dili siya ma-dissolve sa mixture. So, ganito siya. Kung dili gani ma-dissolve sa mixture, di siya matunaw, dili matunaw sa mixture, gitawag na siya og set inyong answer, insoluble. Pag matunaw siya, soluble. Pag dili matunaw, kay does not dissolve man daw, insoluble. Okay? Let's go to number 7. What type of mixture is salt water? A. Colloid. B. Heterogeneous. C. Solution. D. Suspension. This your answer. Solution. Solution is siya. Number 8. Which of the following is not an example of colloid? Unsa daw ang asa daw dira ang following, asa dira ang mga choices ang dili example sa colloid. So, kanang tulo diha ka example sa colloid, nay isa diha ang dili example sa colloid. A. Acetone. B. Mayonnaise. C. Paint. D. Shampoo. Answer is acetone. Letter A. Ika na si mayonnaise, paint, ug shampoo. Example na sila tanan sa colloid. Kay si acetone, example na siya sa solution. Okay? Sige. Let's proceed. Number 9. Which of the following is an example of suspension? A. Mud and water. B. Salt and water. C. Sugar and water. D. Soy sauce and water. So, inumduman ninyo nga si suspension, mauto siya pag isagol ninyo ang solid to liquid, mag-settle siya at the bottom. Pag i-remain standing dira, ibutang na nimo sa isa katabi, magtanaw ninyo diha mag-settle at the bottom na ang solid. So, asa diha, children? A, B, C, or D? Correct answer for this is mud and water. Unsa maning mud and water? Kung isagol nimo diha atong lapok ug ang tubig. Ihalo nimo ang lapok sa tubig. Tapos iset aside nimo, ibutang na nimo dihara, ibalikan nimo, magtan-aw nimo na nasa taas ang tubig, ang lapok na nasa ilalo. So mo na example sa suspension. Number 10. Maria both mayonnaise, white sugar, milk, olive oil, salt, detergent bar, shampoo, toothpaste, dishwashing liquid, ketchup, soy sauce, vinegar, spaghetti sauce, pasta, and gelatin powder from the supermarket. Which of the product mentioned are colloids? Sa tanan na mga gipalit ni Maria sa supermarket, asa dito ang colloids? A. Ketchup, toothpaste, shampoo. B. Mayonnaise, soy sauce, toothpaste. C. Pasta, vinegar, and gelatin powder. D. Toothpaste, soy sauce, and white sugar. Answer for this is letter A. Ketchup, toothpaste, shampoo are all example of colloids. Okay. So, thank you children for watching. Unta na amoy nasabtan sa atong discussion for today. Okay? Please like, share, and subscribe. I-like ninyo akong video, i-share, tapos subscribe na lang po para sa sunod na tong video ma-notify mo. Okay, thank you so much and God bless us all. Bye-bye!